Hello and welcome to Tech Cubicle on SAP. I'm Darryl Griffiths and this is my weekly 180 where I spend 180 seconds on the latest techie news that impacts the world of SAP. At the end, I'll pick my favourite to review in a little more detail in the cubicle. Plus, I play a little game that I've invented that I'm calling Linked AIN, where I find a post on LinkedIn that I am convinced has been AI generated. In my techie news this week, Ansible playbooks for SAP version 1.0 has been released. This is a major development for the end-to-end automation of SAP scenarios, consisting of 100% YAML playbooks and tasks. The automation includes scenarios for SUSE and Red Hat Linux operating systems, with coverage for hyperscalers AWS, GCP, IBM Cloud, Azure, but also for on-prem hardware platforms such as IBM Power VM LPARs, and virtual platforms including Overt, KubeVirt and VMware vSphere. There are a large selection of scenarios included, but not limited to SAP HANA deployment, S4HANA deployment, SAP ECC on various databases, and many, many more. The playbooks integrate with Terraform to provision the host, then deploy the software on top. The link is in the description down below. Next, an article on the BBC News regarding Germany's economy. The article went on to discuss the fact that Germany's usually resilient powerhouse of an economy seems to be at risk of recession. The article included a quote from SAP's chief executive Christian Klein around the role of innovation in economic growth. Klein said many companies actually turn to SAP, especially in macroeconomic challenging times. Klein went on to state that IT budgets in Germany are not seen to be in decline, quite the opposite. That business leaders want to invest in technology to overcome challenges such as supply chain issues and climate change. An older news article that has come to my attention this week. From February the 1st, AWS now charges customers 0.005 cents per hour, that's 12 cents per day, for each public IP version 4 address. I've seen some confusion around this with some posts on websites not specifying the word public. This will not specifically affect SAP landscapes that much, but depending on the complexity of the infrastructure, larger customers with inbound comms into SAP may see a charge. To put this into perspective, in Azure and GCP, a charge for public IP addresses has always existed, for similar scenarios to which AWS is now charging for. If you've been severely affected by this story, feel free to reach out to me for support in the comments down below, where you will also find the link to this article. Lastly, SAP Learning Hub now offers a better learning experience with a simpler and more cost-focused purchase proposition. The news article states, only 2 editions, one for customer and one for partners. More predefined exercises in dedicated systems that can be used beyond training, for example to evaluate software. More live sessions via SAP Learning Hub for those needing extra motivation and structure compared to self-paced learning. Monitoring dashboards, providing feedback on learning progress and promoting the use of SAP Learning Hub as part of SAP transformations. Interesting selling point, that last one. 4 certification attempts are included in the subscription. My favourite item this week is the Ansible playbooks for SAP version 1.0. I can't state enough how much of a big effort must have gone into this open source work. The quality of the documentation alone will put others to shame. There are over 20 different supported standalone scenarios, 14 different composite scenarios, supporting parts across 9 different platforms. To test this would have been a challenge itself, especially on physical hardware like IBM LPARs. Who has that lying around? The dedication applied to this project is massive. The core developer behind this has devoted countless weekends to get this release out, and having spoken directly to him, he specifically wants to help the SAP community and the businesses that rely on SAP technologies to benefit from the time and money savings that this automation can bring. If you're looking into automation of SAP operations, I would urge you to take a look at this work and integrate it into your projects. But most of all, I would urge you to contribute. It's on GitHub and the link is in the description down below. Finally, as a bit of fun, I've devised a bit of a game. I'm calling it Linked AIN. More and more posts on LinkedIn are being created using AI, including the comments. Some are hard to spot, but others really do stand out to me. This week, I sacrificed these 2 posts to the human editors. That's right, posts. These posts caught my eye back in November last year, and being the geek I am, I saved them to my must-read later pile. Okay, I never read them, but I thought it would be useful in a future game. Now, initially, I didn't think they were AI generated. I just thought one of the 2 protagonists had copied the other's post. But now, knowing what I know about the proliferation of AI tools used to generate LinkedIn content, I'm actually wondering if we are seeing a collision here. Two remote people, unknown to each other, have used the same AI tool with a similar prompt, and the output has been duplicated. Is this possible? I think it could be, but then I am a pessimist. Drop a comment down below stating whether you agree that these two are AI generated. Maybe you've seen a post that you think is definitely AI generated. Send it to me for my review on my next 180. As always, reference links are in the description down below. Drop me a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and always wash your hands after leaving the cubicle. Bye bye.